Wonderful. Bay Area. How is the weather like in Sacramento? How is the weather like in the Bay Area? Hopefully it's not as cold. Hopefully it's warm. Florida, nice. Beautiful weather, good. I'm looking at the chat here. Washington, D.C., wonderful. Awesome, so we have people from all over the place. I personally located in Chicago area. So hi, people from Chicago. Washington, D.C., wonderful. All right, I think we'll get started, and as more people join, they will be able to catch up, and you will get a recording even if you have to step out at some point. Today I've been preparing this agenda based on the multiple questions that I received in Instagram and Facebook, and some people were asking questions via email. So I put together this agenda just to tell you a little bit more about this position, who's business analyst. So what we will do, we'll go through the introductions. I'll tell a little bit about myself, a little bit about school, who we are. It's good if you heard of us. If you haven't, I'll tell you a little bit more. Then I will get into more details of who the business analyst is, and then I'll talk about what exactly business analyst does, right, in this corporate or even in IT environment in general, right, and how much money do they make. And then also I will get into, most important, what type of skills you need to have and what type of background you need to have in order to become one. Let's get through introductions. So we are, I also have another co-host with me, Svetlana. Were you able to join?
Hi, everyone. Nice to see everyone who joined our great webinar about the amazing new job, business analyst. And I guys even jealous that you will first meet Julia, because when I first met her, I learned a lot about this profession, and I was fascinated how quickly it's to actually get in IT using business analyst skills. And Julia itself has a great experience, and when she's explaining everything, it feels like a very simple stuff, but it's simple in the way that she could break down complicated stuff in easier ways so you could understand it easily. So I'm even jealous that you can experience it first time today, because I already had this experience.
Thank you, Svetlana. I didn't know that you will introduce me. Why don't you share a couple of words about yourself?
Yes, so I'm a co-founder about CleverOnly school, and in our school, I am responsible for technical aspect. So I have a experience, like maybe 10 years of experience working in IT as well, but I came in IT working as a manual QA tester, and I always was curious how the things works from inside. So I decided to dig in and to learn technology. Started to learn about HTML, CSS, Python. All this knowledge led me to test automation. So in our school, I am responsible for test automation course. I was working first on someone's other's platforms, and I was learning other frameworks, and I was implementing my own framework. Became a test automation architect. Then I decided to proceed master's degree in computer science in Chicago in DePaul University. Was going there with different subjects that exploded my mind about how the technologies are working. And then after that, I switched to working as software developer. So I have experience in IT from the person who never knew how any website is built into writing my own servers. So that's a kind of the experience I'm bringing to our school.
Yes, Svetlana, I always say you are a technical guru, and you run the automation course also as an instructor in the school. Thank you. So thank you for that. So a few words about myself. My name is Yulia, as I've mentioned, and I started my career a long time ago. It feels like a long time for some people. They would say it's a long time, almost 10 years. For some people, they will say it's not enough. But I think it's been a good amount of years, right? 10 years. So I started my career before I was working in hospitality, and then I started my career as a business analyst. I didn't have any education in IT or computer science. In fact, I had no idea what IT is. I was thinking it's I don't know, something outside of my world, and I was thinking that it's all about like installing the programs and like troubleshooting the computers, and then after finding out more that IT is a huge world and there are so many positions, and then you can work in IT by doing different roles. And I've heard about business analyst role that transformed my whole life. I was able to get a good job working IT, but do zero technical stuff. And I started doing the things that I really like. I like talking to people, and I write like documentation and different types of analysis. So then after completing some course, which took me like about 4 months, I was actually struggling to find the job. It took me about 2 months to find the job, but that's because I didn't get any support. And then I had a contract with Bank of America, and then I had another contract, and then I was hired full-time for one of the largest biopharmaceutical companies where I work today. And I've progressed there, and I've been promoted to a project program manager recently. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself. We also have a part of our school, Anastasia. She's our QA lead, and she's QA lead in general, and she's also hosting, and she's the instructor for the QA course. And yeah, that's a few words about us. And what I wanted to ask you, and I know that you registered for this webinar, you probably have some type of an interest about this role in general, right? Or maybe thinking about the career change. So based on your like understanding, what do you know about like business analyst, and what do you think business analyst does? And maybe you've done some research, maybe you watched some of the or read some of the information in our Instagram channel, but like in your like own understanding, like do you have like, can you share in the chat, what do you think business analyst does? What type of job it is? Like if you have any ideas. And
did we answer?
yeah, if you can put it in the chat, that would be great.
Oh, well, it will be difficult.
Yeah. Okay. People say have no idea. Okay.
Business and maybe can I answer or it's supposed to be typed?
Oh, you
Yes,
can
you
answer.
can try.
Yeah.
I believe like business analysts work with the data and help like business manager, like owner, to basically like make a decision according data and information they have and work with. So it's like general, like my understanding.
Mm-hmm. Okay, kind of right. That's one of the working with the data. It's one of the responsibilities, right? And it's maybe related more to data analyst. Collect the information about processes, interview users, right? Help businesses to grow, offer solutions to resolving business problems, probably, right? Liaison between IT and analyzing business data. Yeah, what is the I'll get into the differences. Yeah, gathering requirements, creating documentation. Marin probably has some experience processes, and yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think each of you that posted a comment made a very good a guess, right? Very good guess when it comes to responsibilities. And I know some of you know a little bit about this role, some of you don't. And I was thinking, how could I make it simple for you to understand? And business analyst who, let me give you this example. So we have some type of a business, right? And business can be anything. It can be, I put logo of Starbucks right here, but it can be anything. A business can be a bank, right? It can be an airline, can be a cleaning company, a grocery store, a restaurant, anything as a business, right? I hope you agree. And business exists for a reason, right? Business is all mostly about profit, but also it's about serving the customers and the clients, right? And we are all on the client side, right? We all consume things on a daily basis, whether it's product or services, or doing a haircut, or ordering groceries, buying airplane ticket, right? But we don't live today in the Stone Age, right? It's not like you go to the market and you bring half of the pig home and then you cook something, right? We all live in the, what is it, 21st century, right? And we do things online, and the digital age, like everything is becoming digitalized, right? So in order for the business to be connected to the customer, there has to be IT systems in place, right? I hope you're following me so far. Put plus if you do. Good. Awesome. Thank you, Igor. So we have to have some type of IT system in order to connect the business and the customer. And those IT systems, you have been using them on a daily basis, can be anything, right? The simplest one are websites, the apps that you are using. Maybe you're using some, I'm sure you have a bunch of them on your phone, like for bill pay, scheduling appointments, and so on. So the business analyst is the person who works with the business and maybe end users who can be customers sometimes, and they decide they help the business to decide how to build their system or solution. So for the Starbucks example, let me share my screen here. This is okay. Hopefully you can see the Starbucks website. So as a business analyst, I would come to the company, and let's imagine that this website didn't exist before. So I would sit down with the business, and when I say the business, it can be anybody within marketing, maybe department, or any department within Starbucks company, right? Starbucks corporate office. And they can say that, okay, we'd like our users to be able to find the store, like the nearest location. We'd like them to be able to register on the website, and we want to be able to offer them a rewards program, right? So business analyst basically puts together all of these functionalities in the document, right? And it can be Word document or some other tools that are used in the industry. So as you can see, like, you don't have to know anything, you don't have to have any technical knowledge to be able to put this type of documentation together. So business analysts would say, okay, they will write down and say, as a user, I want to be able to, of the Starbucks website, I want to be able to find the store, right? And when the user clicks on the find the store, they should be able to enter the zip code, right? And then outline all of the steps, and the search results would be displayed. So basically, business analyst, it's one of the responsibilities, being able to talk to the business, find out what they're really looking for, and document those type of requirements. Are you following me so far? I think yes. Okay, good. So in summary, and I think it was one of the comments in the chat, right? In summary, business analyst is someone who identifies the business gaps and then suggests opportunities, right, to the business to resolve them. And I can take another example here. Let's say that you are working or somebody as a business analyst for the bank. And if you remember, a couple of years ago, they didn't have this functionality where you could deposit a check. And you had to go to the ATM, right, to deposit a check, and then your money would be available within, what is it, a couple of days, right? And right, so that's that. I won't get into user stories, but you have an idea, right? Describing functionalities, and that imagine that didn't exist before, and then as a business analyst, you find out there is a capability, right, where you can deposit the check, right, from your phone. So as a business analyst, you would basically offer that to the business along with the technical team, right? You will come up with a suggestion, and then you will document step by step how you would deposit a check, right? If I were using a banking app today, how would I deposit a check from the phone? So hopefully this examples can resonate to you. All right, so in summary, I wanted to highlight that business analysts, to summarize what I said and what you wrote down in the chat, the business analyst analyzes, right, performance of the system or of the system or the process, right? Maybe BA looks at the process and says, okay, let's say there is some merchant e-commerce website, and then currently when people are buying something on the website, they never get a confirmation email. And business analysts can suggest, right, oh, why don't you send an email, right, with confirmation order, or allow people to like track where their package is, right? Not every business is offering that, similar to like Domino's Pizza Tracker, right? So business analyst analyzes performance of the systems and processes. Then business analyst communicates the findings, right? So you have to have good communication skills, and you have to be always prepared to share your findings, right? And you share the findings based on the discussions and interviews with other people. Then, of course, what a business analyst does is documents the requirements, right? The simplest way to document requirements in Word and Excel documents, but there are many systems that exist out there that many companies use to document the requirements that allow better collaboration between many people within the IT group. And of course, the business analyst can also conduct the trainings for non-technical users. So these are some of the responsibilities. As you can see, business analyst doesn't do any coding. It doesn't have to know any technical languages. Business analyst can sometimes do a little bit of testing, maybe the final product, this type of testing called UAT. User acceptance testing, but that's something that we'll learn in the course. So hopefully this makes sense to you. Do you guys have any questions or maybe doubts when it comes to the business analyst responsibilities overall? Mm-hmm. Yes, it is almost like a product manager. It is basically almost the same. Business analyst is more in waterfall type of methodology, and product manager is used in title is more used in agile. Exactly, Igor. Yeah, it's the person who talks to the clients who. And clients can be anybody within the company or can be external to the company, right? Someone who can translate the technical language in non-technical, right, and explain in a more type of simple roles. And I wanted to touch base here as well on the business analyst career path. So when I started my career, I was a junior business analyst, but today you can start even with just a regular business analyst title, and you can easily make $70,000 to $90,000 per year. And my slide, it should be business analyst, it's typo in my slide, so sorry for that. And then as you become a senior business analyst with 5 and more years of experience, you can make over $90,000 per year. I've breached that gap already, that not gap, but that milestone already. And then you can also become, if you heard about titles like business consultant, right? You can work for a specific company, like maybe ServiceNow or Salesforce, or any software company, or even like within non-technical space, you can be a consultant and make over 120, right, to 160K per year. You can also go, when I say business analyst, I refer to product manager or product owner as well. You can also take a path of IT manager or IT project manager, if you heard about this role as well. So what is the difference between business analyst is that an IT project manager is that business analyst focuses more on people, on requirements, system requirements, and project manager is more focused on resources, right? How much money do we need, the budgeting, how much people do we need, and overall timeline, right, on delivering the product. And of course, like this, what I really like about this career path is that there's like an unlimited opportunity to grow, and you can become a team lead, a team manager, director, and so on. VP, I didn't put VP because that's like really far away, but just wanted to let you know that the career opportunities are unlimited. And when preparing for the webinar, I was researching on different like postings and on Indeed, and you can also research it yourself. But like I took New York, for example, and we can, I'm not sharing my screen probably. And you can see that business, let me go to Indeed quickly. We can take New York, or in fact, we can take any city here. And as you can see here, let's take any job here. Business analyst, remote. What hiring managers are looking for. As a business analyst, you have at least years of experience, strong communication skills, attention to details, demonstrate ability to take advanced and challenging assignments, excellent communication skills, again, bachelor degree. See, the beauty of business analysis, you don't have to have a bachelor degree in computer science. In fact, any bachelor degree, if you have, it's great. If you don't, that's fine. So anything finance, economics, management, anything works. There's people asking for SAP experience, which is the system that you can learn, ability to analyze, interpret different documents, and so on. So nothing extraordinary. Let's take a look at this job. I wanted to see some tools. Everybody's having such a simple responsibilities. There is skills required, ability to work directly with customers, experience managing teams, communication skills, again, organizational skills, and experience using Jira. Perfect. So experience using Jira, this is something that we teach. This is something that's good for you to learn. Jira is one of the tools for requirements documentation and used for testing and many other things. AWS certification, that's like a bonus. Amazon Web Services. Okay, then maybe we can take a look one more. I just wanted to show you an idea what else they're looking for. Nice to have product management experience. That's not the skills. Requirements for the role. Experience working in agile development environments, Scrum and Kanban, we cover that. Experience managing complex requirements, communication skills, and interpersonal skills. if you have decent English and like you can learn everything, ability to work independently, multitask, and so on. So as you can see, like pretty much if you have good communication skills and you're excited to learn, right? And this career could be an option, and you're looking to change from what you have been doing right before. And get into IT, and I think IT it's a growing industry, right? So as far as like I just show you an examples, right, of the job responsibilities, but that's the job market overview. The national average for the business analyst is $82,000 per year, which is great. I think now people even more make more than that. All right, good. Okay, and again, this job market, it varies dependent, right, on where you're located and what company do you work for. So based on what you've seen so far, what do you think a business analyst needs to learn or to know? What type of tools or skills in order to get, or type of experience in order to become one? What are your thoughts? Timur, did you have a question? Mm-hmm. Okay. BPM talk. Any other thoughts? Okay. It's just a Tableau, maybe for some reporting, if you're in that role. Learn system languages. You don't have to know system languages to be a business analyst. Find what customers wants, right, and what are the market trends. Yeah, Daniela, that's right. It's business analyst also does the research on like different industry trends, right? What's upcoming in the industry, attends different conferences. I've been to a few conferences. I usually go to 1 or 2 conferences a year. Those are related to healthcare technologies, but and at each industry there is a different type of conference, right? Or if you're a business consultant who want to specialize on one tool, right, like Salesforce, for example, or other applications, right, then you can go into those type of yes, need to know Excel. That's a good skill to have. I remember first when I started, I hated Excel, but like you should be able to do very simple lookups and being able to put like a pivot table together, which is very easy to learn. Awesome. Yeah, I think you guys covered it well. In order to become a business analyst, right, you need to learn a little bit of basics of business analysis. You need to have a good you need to have a good presentation and communication skills. And trust me, it comes with experience. When I started, I think I thought I had a good communication skills, but it took me a couple of like years and lots of preparation and like rereading my email 10 times before I send that out, right? But it all comes with practice, and then you would have to practice interviewing, right? Interviewing for the job and interviewing people, asking the right questions. We spent a lot of time talking about that as well. And then you master the job and salary negotiation skills, and you're good to go to enter the market. And of course, maybe something that I should add here is being able to learn a few maybe tools for requirements analysis, right, and requirements documentation. All right, hopefully it doesn't sound too complicated. All right, so with that being said, just checking on your comments. So as that been said, I'm very excited to tell you that we have been, I personally put a course together. It was 10 plus years of experience doing business analysis for healthcare and banking companies, and all of their experience has been put into the course that I build. It's called business analysis, and we put together a very unique program. And I've been asked for that to put that course from many friends, and I help them to become business analysts and project managers without having a structure. And I think what I saw Marine on the call, she completed our QA course, and then we just had 2 consultations on business analysis, and she got a job with over 100K in just a couple of weeks. So her story is amazing. I really love the structure. Hi, Maureen. Thanks for joining today. The structure of the program, and I think it's very unique. First of all, is because when we change the career, we don't always have time to go to a 4-year college, to 4-year college, right? And go there every day, or every weekend and study. And we also don't have that luxury of quitting the job and just studying for some time, right, until we get that next profession, right? So I was thinking, how can I create a program, right, that will help people to change their career, but also being able to keep up with the job that they have, right, as temporarily, and being able to spend the time with kids, family, or whatever our life has offered to us. And yeah, and also when I was thinking about putting this program together, I know that I've mentioned before that when I became a business analyst, I only took a 3 months course that helped me to change the career. But 2 years ago, I completed my master's degree in health information technology. So I enhanced my 10 years of experience, and also gained some little bit of technical knowledge. So when I went to school, here in US, what I really liked about the program that they put here is that when you go to when you meet your professor, usually those are the people who work in the company, so it's not somebody random who's giving you a pitch from the book that was written 50 years ago. And also we had to be prepared and read the material before actually joining the lecture, because the professor was not giving me a lecture saying, okay, this is a new term, make sure you write it down, how I used to how I used to study before overseas. And I really like that approach, and that's how I built this program. Basically, we recorded some of the videos, right, and then that could be a pre-studied material, and then we have this live session where we can have discussions where you can ask different types of questions, and it's just like much more easier way to learn the information. So in the course that I put together, these are just some of the tools that you will learn, and people who are a little bit familiar with the industry, they will see that all of them and even more are used in many companies. And if you do a little bit of research, you will find that hiring managers are looking for these tools. I didn't have enough real estate to put even more tools here. I don't know if they will give you a lot of the information, what are they used for, but we don't have that luxury of time explaining what are all of them used for, but just for your reference. And when it comes to the business analysis program, we thought of splitting them into different packages. Some people, depending on what people are looking for, like the expert program, for example, has individual homework review assignment, and it doesn't have like a weekly live session. So if you're more of a self type of a learner, learner, right? You don't have to be on the calls, and you can do more of a self-studying, including still personal feedback review from me. Then you can go as expert package. And if you're looking into more a more advanced type of a package where you want to participate in the live sessions with other team members, right? Where you have where you want to get a job placement services from us. We help each and every of our students to get the job. You only have to physically show up to that interview. I really can go on your behalf, but and also if you want to learn fundamentals of project management, that will like increases your chances for getting a job, not only as a business analyst, but also as a project coordinator or even a project manager. So that comes with master package. And if you're someone who wants to have one-on-one individual lessons with me, and who wants to be able to be connected directly with the recruiters and have a personalized career setting and access to the material for the 9 months, then the master package is for you. Again, not the master, the VIP package is for you. And the only difference from master and VIP is that you have individual lessons. The whole program structure and the material is the same. And because you guys, and these are the prices for the course if you are interested to join. But because you are, you have joined today the session, I know that you could have been doing something else that is more exciting, maybe shopping for Christmas gifts. I know that Christmas is coming so closely. Because of that way, I prepared a special discount because you joined this webinar, which is $500 off of any basically package, whether it's expert, master package, or VIP, and you can use that coupon. The coupon name is $500 off, and use it today on the website. Lana, are you still with me?
Yes, of course, I'm here.
Awesome. So we will post. Can you post the links maybe in the chat window?
Yes, I will try to do it right now.
Thank you. So we will post the links to the in the chat to the courses, and then you can apply the coupon $500 off, and get enrolled into the program. The discount will be valid for the next 24 hours. But that being said, I love webinars, but the only thing that I don't like is that I don't always see people. So these are the discounted prices. As you can see, you can just get the package for $499, $19.99, and then individual. You basically can change your career for a couple thousands of dollars and get a new job and next year, which I think is very exciting. So these are some of the testimonials from some of the students who got the job just from the consultations from me. Thank you for posting the links.
Sure, I will do tomorrow right now.
Thank you. So I'm very excited to share this feedback. I'm very delightful to be able to change people's life by just sharing my knowledge and experience. And enough talking about me. I would like to hear your questions.
And while people are writing their questions, actually, Maureen, that already was in our program and decided just to join a volunteer day today, she wrote that she could unmute herself and share her own experience in our live session. And I think it's a great idea. Maureen, if you're still with us, can you unmute yourself and share your experience?
Hey, yes, how are you?
Oh, wonderful. Thanks, Maureen, for joining.
No, thank you so much. I really wanted to be there to the webinar because, you guys help me so much. Like it's life changing, and like all of the sessions that we did together, even like the QA course was really amazing, really helped me to understand a few things, and then we go over like few questions that I had regarding the BA role and responsibilities. But also you helped me so much with my resume and my interviews questions, and so it was just so helpful, and the ongoing support is priceless. Like it's crazy. So I just wanted to pop in and say that if I can do it, you guys can all do it. I was an assistant manager in a spa, and so I have no more retail hours now. It's Monday to Friday. I can be with my kids. I can just enjoy. The salary is crazy, and so yeah, I just want to let you know that it's an amazing opportunity, and I saw that you guys doing $500 off, and I think it's the time to get it because it's worth it. Like the program is made for you to understand clearly your role inside a company. So you have hands-on activity, you have support. Like this is so amazing, and it will be so helpful for interviews coming up. So I just wanted to, yeah, pop in. Like it was not planned at all. So I just, because again, I'm so grateful. So yeah. The business analyst, so we did the 101 course, and that was amazing. So thank you so much for all of this support.
Thank you so thank you so much, Marie, for joining. So I have a question, like why business analysis? Why not QA? Because you were thinking about QA, and like, what is that that got you? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I have a bachelor in business, and so I feel like my my experience on the business side will be very helpful. And I took the QA class, so that was really helpful on the IT part. So now I have both business and IT, so I was able to just use this too and make it as a business analyst with your guidance, because business analyst role is very specific. So I think like the guidance, it's needs to be there.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad that you've said that, right? And somebody was asking the difference between BA, QA, who's more important. It's like saying who's more important. Do we need to have a developer or project manager? Like we need to have everybody, right? We need to have every role. It's like you cannot say we need to have a waitress in the restaurant or the chef. Oh well, we kind of need someone to cook the food and someone to serve the tables, right? Same here. We need to have BAs and we need to have QAs, but it's more about like what you are more passionate about and what you think will be more fun for you to do, right? And yes, we do have QA course as well. We do, and it's more about what you like. If you like testing the programs, then then maybe QA is better for you, right? So if you think about the program life cycle, or the let's take an example of the website life cycle. First, you have business analyst who writes down what needs to be on the website, right? If it what is QR? Okay, I want to be distracted by questions. So first, you need to we need to build something, but how do you know what you build, right? So you have business analyst who writes down the requirements. Okay, the website should have the website should have a login functionality and functionality to reset the password, right? And then you have developers, right? The programmers who are actually building, like writing the code, the back end, the front end, right? And build it, and that login functionality, right? That captures the data and stores somewhere in the backend system. And then you, once that page is built, you have quality assurance, you have QA, right? Who actually testing the website. Oh, can I reset my password? Okay, I can, right? And if it's not working, it goes like the cycle goes back, right, to the development team. So hopefully I clarified the difference between QA and BA, and that there is both roles are essential. It's just different types of role, and it's up to you what do you like the most. But we have both. We have QA course as well.
Yes, and there was a couple questions. They was they changed it. It was not QR, it was QA. It means quality assurance analyst. Quality assurance analyst is the person who makes sure that the software meets requirements. So imagine someone is coming with a great idea. I want some application, for example, dating application, but with new aspect where people's profiles checked a little differently, or etc. So that's the idea. So business analyst will be responsible to make this idea live. Developer will be writing the code based on the requirements that business analyst gave to the developer. Tester will make sure that developer do his job right. So he will receive a first version of the code, check it on mistakes, if all the buttons are works, if all the links works, if colors are correct, if everything is lined correctly, and provides feedback to developer. So that's responsibilities of QA in the bulk explanation. And the question was about QA course. So our QA course starts in the end of January, I think January 30, and you can check that information on our website. So our website is CleverOnly.com, and I will post it right now in the chat, CleverOnly.com. And on that website, you have a drop down of different programs that we have. Of course, we are not starting anything right now before holidays. Everyone wants to enjoy their time, but in January, you can join one of our programs.
So if you can see here, this is our site, right? And if you decide to register for any of the programs, right, you will go to, we have quality assurance here, right? QA automation, we have automation course, who basically, if you want to get into automation and be more technical, or maybe get that QA engineer or SDT role, you can do that. And then we have also business analyst course. So you would click on that link, and then our course starts on January 15th. I want to make sure that everybody enjoys the break before taking a step into a new life. And then you can click by enroll by clicking enroll button, and it will bring you to different packages. And then you can use the coupon code that I have shared to get enrolled into the program. And then if you click enroll, it will just ask you to register. You can also see in more detail, right, what will be right, what we will be studying. As you can see, there is so much material. In addition to all, you will have all of this material left with you, and in addition, we'll have live sessions, and each chapter has a knowledge check and an assignment that you have to complete. You won't be able to move to the next section without doing the homework assignment in the right way. And I'm a harsh teacher, so I will reject it until you get it right. But it's to your own benefit. All right.
So what I wanted to say that you can use a link that I entered right now in the chat, but in addition, coupon is 500 off in one word. You can apply it when checkout. So what Yulia just showed it, and you will click enroll. Then it will redirect you to the registration page, and after registration payment, and on that you will have on the right the option to enter a coupon, and you can enter a coupon and you will get this discount. What is the schedule of classes? So usually we cover 1 or 2 lectures every week. It will depend on how complicated is the chapter. We have some pre-recorded materials that you can watch at your convenient time. So if you have time at night, you can watch it at night, in the morning, anytime you want. But before weekends, you should complete watching pre-recorded material. And usually on weekends, we have mastermind sessions. Mastermind sessions are live sessions where you meet with your instructor and other students, and you discuss all the questions from the covered material. And it helps you to prepare to the interview process, to prepare your resume and understand material more clearly. Those sessions could be 1 hour or 2 hours. Usually instructors are welcome to share their knowledge, and if you need to ask more questions, we are usually giving even more than was planned. So that's usually a schedule of classes. That's why it's 12 weeks. In addition, guys, we have payment plans. So if you can't pay right now the whole amount, you can split your amount in 3 payments. And how to apply to that? You're going to get to our website and clicking on enroll, and you're selecting the button payment plan. First week is free to watch for you. So that's some pre-recorded videos you can watch at any time, and it's just for you to understand better how our videos are structured. We try to use a very good recording videos and structure our classes that way that videos have condensed information that we will unpack and apply to really experience it during homework assignments and during our final project. And this final project you will be able to put on your resume because it's a real project, and it will help you to get a better position on job market and get more job offers.
Awesome. Thank you, Svetlana, for sharing. Yeah, I think a lot of our students who are in our QA programs, they really like the flexibility because you have usually a couple of days to do the homework assignment. You can do it pretty much anytime during the day, evenings. And what's exciting is that you can actually ask us questions, right? 7 days a week when you're working on the homework or you're stuck. So you can send us a message and complete the homework, review the material before we meet live. And you can do it anytime you want, right? Just make sure that it's completed within like the time frame, right? It's 4 or 5 days, depending on the material. Awesome. Any other questions? Questions. Oh, I started seeing it. It's been such a long day for me. I started seeing it on Dentina. Questions.
I don't see any more questions.
Awesome. So if you have any questions down the road, I got the same course for $12,000. What's the difference? Alexander, I had no idea what do you mean the same course, why it's so expensive, and what's included in the course. It's different for me to tell that. If you want to give me a call at 312-880-7120, I can maybe sit down and look at the other course and maybe help you find the differences. But it's hard for me to say what's the difference without seeing the other product. My concerns are communication skills. Communication skills can be learned. That shouldn't be a concern. I should say, I go that The only thing that should be a concern if you don't speak English, like if your English is really bad, that's a concern. The communication skills can be learned, and in the course that we have, in 3 months you will be talking so much and doing presentations that your skills will be communication skills will be amazing. I'll help you with that. The only thing that would, like, again, like you have to have some level of English. Wouldn't teach English here. Awesome. All right. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook. You can leave us a question in the email or give us a call if you wanted to maybe talk a little bit more about your overall career plan, right? And maybe if you're if you're thinking maybe about QA or BA or even anything, give us a call back. We'll be happy to chat with you. Upper intermediate. Well, if your English is upper intermediate, that's awesome. That's awesome. How to apply the coupon and check out on the site.
Yulia, do you want to show?
Yeah, I can do it quickly. I want to say спасибо, девочки, пожалуйста. I'm happy you enjoyed it and you found it useful. Okay, what do I need to share? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Let's do from the scratch. So I go to CleverOnly.com. Under courses, you select business analyst, and then you click enroll. You select any of the program that fits your needs, and then you click enroll. And then you can click enroll, or you can do a payment plan by clicking the payment plan, and then you just enter your information. And yeah, you register, and then you sign up.
Can you show sign up? Because it will show after that.
Yeah, let's do that. So you sign up, and then you complete your purchase. So as you can see, the payment is broken down into 3 payments. And
here is a button, have a coupon.
Yeah. Oh, right. The most important part. Right.
And enter 500 off.
So your coupon would be applied probably to the first.
I think it's not working with payment plans. It's only if you're buying.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. If you yeah, if you pay in full, then you get the coupon. With payment plan, it doesn't work. But you can also, if you're interested, you can give us a call and we can talk a little bit more. I don't want to hold people on the call. Talk about different payments plans. You can do PayPal and other options. Awesome stuff. All right.
We will probably have a workshop for quality assurance.
Yeah. So QA webinar. Yeah. What's the percentage of get? Basically, people. It's hard to talk about the percentage because we have some students who are not finishing the class. Some students who are finishing the class, but they never go for interviews. But everybody basically who goes to interviews, who follows all of the steps within the program, everybody gets the job. You can follow.
I would say that more. I would say I was analyzing this data recently. From 80 to 90%, because I was getting the data of all our students and the people who finished our program. Who finished our program is 95%.
Oh, is it? Okay. Awesome. Because
I feel like there was 1 or 2% that they just decided not to go into job market in general.
Yeah, for whatever personal reasons. Yeah, that's right. You're welcome. And one more thing that I wanted to say. I forgot. Anyways,
Maybe just wish everyone a happy holidays.
yes, that's right. Thank you guys for joining today. I'm very excited that you have joined. You asked the great questions. For those who missed this webinar, we'll send out the recording, and I wish you happy holidays and basically good luck with any decision that you will decide to do. And if you decide to do, I'll see you next year.
Yes, guys.
Thank
So
you,
it was
guys.
nice to see everyone today. Have a good
Thank you. Happy holidays. Bye.